In the simplest step-by-step beginner process, we are going to set up our drawing, draw walls, cut openings, place windows and doors, add objects, create text, dimensions, and hats, and finally create a PDF you'll be proud to print or share with friends. Let's start by setting up 3 quick settings to work the same way and get the same result. Once you open AutoCAD on the welcome screen, come up here and click on this new icon. Select AutoCAD ISO and click on open. Now let's set our unit. To do that, come up here on this AutoCAD menu icon. Come to drawing utilities, select units. If you like working in feet and inches, select architectural. For the precision, select 0, 0. And for the insertion scale, select inches. I will guide you down here all the way, but I like working with millimeters, so I will change it to decimal and select millimeters and click OK. Now come down to the status bar and click on this icon to turn off this grid and make sure your dynamic input is turned on. This one, if you don't see it here, click on this home burger icon for customization and make sure this is checked. Click away. Now select line, click anywhere in the drawing area. I will click somewhere like here, and I want a vertical line. So to do that, make sure your auto mode is turned on, which is this one. Click it and type 9600 millimeters and then press enter. Press enter again to end that command. I will zoom back to see the whole line. To those using feet and inches, to input 9 inch, just type 9. Inches are the default. To input 9 feet, type 9, then apostrophe, which is the one before your enter key. To input feet and inches together, type 10, apostrophe sign, and then 9. No space needed. Now select the offset, which is this one on the modify panel, and type the distance of our wall, which is 230. Press enter. Select this wall, point to this direction and click. Select the newly offsetted line, click it once, point to this direction and type 4900 millimeters. Press enter. Select the line, point to this direction and just click. Select the new line, point to this direction and type 2400 millimeters. Press enter. Select this line, point to this direction and click. And lastly, select this line, point to this direction and type 3200 millimeters. Press enter. Select the line, point to this direction and click. Press enter to end that command. And now for the horizontal walls, come up on the draw panel, select line. I want to click on this endpoint. If you are not seeing this grip icon, make sure your O snap is turned on, with this one. Make sure it highlighted blue like this. Click the arrow beside it and make sure you check these 6 icons: the end, the mid, the center, the intersection, extension, and the perpendicular. Now click away. Click on this endpoint to this endpoint. Press enter. Now select the offset tool again and type the thickness of our wall, which is 230, and then press enter. Select the line, point down and click. Select this line, point down, don't click, and type 2800 millimeters. Press enter. Select this line, point down and click. And now not this line, select the upper line, click once, point down and type 1400 millimeters. Press enter. Select this line, point up and click. Press enter. Now go back, select offset again, but this time select true. Select this line, come down here and click on this endpoint. Click once, select this line again, point up and type 230, which is the thickness of our block. Press enter. Press enter again to end that command. Now I will bring the drawing to the middle of the screen. Now to clean up the wall, let's start with the corners. And for the corners, we'll be using the fillet command, which is this one. Click it up here on the modify panel. Click on radius down here and type in 0. Press enter. Select multiple. Zoom down here. Select this inner line and this one to get a perfect L-shaped corner. Select this line and this line. Select this one and this one. If you make a mistake and click some other line, let's say like this one and this one, you will get this arc. To undo that, simply click the undo here and select the correct line, which is this one and this one. Now press enter to end that command. For the other part of the house, now we have to trim some, so select the trim up here on the modify panel. Select trim. If it shows you something like this, simply click on enter. Else, if it shows you, if you click on it and it shows you directly to start trimming, just trim away. So select trim and trim these two lines and then press enter. Now select fillet again, make sure the radius is 0. Select multiple, select this line and this line, this one and this one, this one and this one, this one and this one. If you make a mistake, make sure to undo and continue trimming. Press the escape key. And now for the T-shaped trimming of our walls, select the trim icon, select this line and this line, zoom in here, trim those lines. If you want, you can press F on your keyboard, press enter. You can click once, come this way and click, and then press enter. You can clean them all at one time or select them individually like this and trim. Now select crossing, click once, click again to erase them. This one and this one, this one. Now press the escape key, select these two lines, right click and click on erase. Double click on your wheel mouse to zoom extend. Now let's make the opening of our building. Let's start with the opening of the windows. And for the windows, all the openings are the same except for this tiny toilet. So let's start with it. Select line, click on the midpoint. To see this grip, you have to make sure this is checked and midpoint is checked here. So click on this midpoint, come up here and we get this 90-degree symbol icon, which is for perpendicular. Make sure it is checked. Click, press enter. The window size should be 600. So select offset, type half of 600, which is 300. Press enter. Click once, point to this direction, click, point to this direction, click. Press enter, select drawing, right click and then erase. Now select trim. Trim this one, and there it is. We have our window opening. Now zoom back, do the same for this one. Select line, midpoint to the perpendicular, click, press enter, select offset. Now all the other windows are 9900, so type half of 900, which is 450. Press enter, select the line from this direction, click onto this and click, press escape, select the line, right click and erase it and simply trim these two lines. Now for this one, you can simply select copy on the here on the modify panel, click on copy, select this line, press enter, select this endpoint, copy it to this midpoint here, press the escape key to end that command. Now select offset and type 450. As you can see, 450 is already there. You can simply press enter. Click once, point up, click once, point down and click. Press the escape, select this one and click on erase here. Select trim and select the lines and trim them. I'll press the escape key, but it is not all the time that windows are in the middle of the room. So to make the rest of the windows, you can simply just copy the ones we've already created. Simply select this line and this line, select copy. Click on this endpoint, take it to this endpoint. Press escape key on your keyboard, select move, select this line and this line. Press enter, click anywhere close, make sure your ortho mode is turned on, point to this direction and just type 75 and then press enter. We can copy this here to a distance of 75 by easily mirroring it. So select this line and click on mirror, come to the inner wall. Once you see the triangle icon for midpoint, click once, point down and click. Erase this object, select no and simply just trim this. And now we have our two openings. And for the ones here, let's copy a vertical opening of 900, which is this one. Select this line and this line, click on copy, select this endpoint and click here. Press the escape key, select this line and this line, click on move, click once, point up, now type 450 and press enter. Select mirror, select the object you want to mirror, press enter, click on this endpoint, point to this direction and click erase no, and then select trim these two lines. Once we are done making this opening, it is as good as finishing the floor plan because they will help us insert our doors and windows easily. So come down here, let's finish this ones. Select this one and this one, click on copy, pick this place as the base point, click once, come down here, click this way, press the escape key, select this line and this line, we just copy it, click on mirror, click on this midpoint, point to this direction and click erase. Now simply trim this portion, press the escape key, and lastly for the remaining 3 windows, let's copy 900 horizontal opening, select this line and this line, click on copy, click on the top endpoint and drop it to this top endpoint. Click, press the escape key, select this one and this one, select move, click once, point to this direction and type a distance of 1200 millimeters, press enter, select the line, again mirror it to make it reflect here, select on mirror, click once on the inner midpoint point up and click erase. Now select trim this one, this one, this one and this one, press the escape key. Now select this one, click on copy, click once, point to this direction and type 3000, press enter, press the escape key and trim this. Press the escape to end that. Double click on the wheel to zoom extend. You can zoom back a little. And now for the remaining 4 doors opening, which is simple. Zoom in here. Let's start with this bedroom door. Beside trim, click on this drop down arrow. Select extend. Extend this line. Click on this line this way. Click it once. Press the escape key. Select offset. Type the distance of the door, which is 900. Press enter. Click this line. Point to this direction. And click. Press the escape key, click the arrow beside it, select trim this line and this line, and lastly this line. That's it. We are done with the opening for this bedroom. For this tiny toilet, select extend this line, press escape, select offset, type the distance of 750. Press enter, select the newly offsetted line, click once, point to this direction and just click. Press escape to end that command. To end the offset command, select extend. To switch to trim, just hold down the shift key on your keyboard. Select this line and this line, and lastly this line. We have our door opening. Press the escape key. And now for this dressing, select offset and type 1000 millimeters. Press enter. Select this line, point up, click, press the escape key, select extend this line, one this way, another one this way, another one this way. Now hold down the shift key on your keyboard, trim this one, this one, this one. Press the escape key, select offset and type 750. Press enter. Select this line, point to this direction and just click. Press escape, select trim and trim this line. Press escape, double click on your wheel to zoom extend, zoom back a little. That's it, we are done. And now we are on to importing our windows. But before that, let's create layers. Even though objects may look like a single drawing, underneath they are organized into something called layers. Think of it like stacking sheets of glass. Let's go to LA and create layers. Not that LA, AutoCAD LA. Just anywhere type LA on your keyboard and press enter. You will get the layer properties manager palette. This one. Click here to close it. Alternatively, come up here on the layers panel and click it here. Layers property. Now to create our layers, all we have to do is just click on this new layer icon. Click it once. Type the name of our layer. Type wall. Press enter. To finish typing the name, press enter again to create new layer and give it a name of door. Press enter again to create another new layer. You can create as many as you want. Create the rest of the layers like this. All we are concerned here is the name column and the color column. So come to the color column, select door, click on this color icon and select this color, which it will show you this blue color. Click it, you can see it here as well, blue. For the window, select blue as well. For the hats, make sure you are on the right row. Select the hats, click on color, select cyan, click OK. For the dimension, leave it like that. For the text, click on the color, choose color 40, click on OK. For the object, select, click on OK, and now click on close. Now these walls are on layer 0. As you can see, if I click once, they are on layer 0. So click once here, click here, let's take them to their correct layer, which is the wall layer. So them selected, and select layer and select wall. Press the escape key. You can tell if I select, it is on the wall layer. Press the escape key. make window our current layer. Now come to the view tab, click it once on the palettes panel, click on tool palettes and you will see this palette. Now click here where they are stacked, click here and select architecture. If you're using millimeters, click on this one. If you're using inches, click on this one. I'm using millimeters, so I click on this one and drag it in and then click somewhere like here. Go back to home tab, click on this close icon, close the palette. Zoom in a little, click once on the window. You can see all these grips. The only one we are concerned is this one. You can click it once. There are some predefined distances. If you click on this, there is 600. There is up to 1500. Our window opening is 900. Make sure you're on the 900, which is this one. Press the escape key. Select move. Select the window. Press enter. Zoom in. Click on this midpoint. Take it to this midpoint and now select copy, select the window, press enter, click on this endpoint, place one here, place one here, zoom back, another one here, another one here, another one here, press the escape key. Now select copy, select this one, press enter, click on this midpoint, take it to this midpoint, press escape, select rotate, select the window, press enter, click once, point up and just click, zoom back. Now select copy, let's copy the vertical window, select this, press enter, click on this endpoint, take one here, one here, one here, one here, and lastly one here. Press the escape key to end that command. Now this is obviously too large for this opening, so click it once, click on this arrow and take it down for 600, press enter, and now it fits. I forgot the opening of our main door, which is this one, so select an offset, type 1000, press enter, select this line, point to this direction and click. Again, select the line, point to this direction and click, press the escape key, select trim, and trim this portion. Now press escape. We are done with our windows. Now let's import our doors. You can simply click Ctrl 3 on your keyboard to bring back the palette, or you can go back to the view tab on the palettes panel, select the palette again and select door, this door, click once to import it. Remember, if you're using inches, import this one. So I'll click on this door, click once, I'll bring it somewhere in the middle, close it, go back to the home tab to see where we are much familiar with. Select the door, it has more grips than the window. Click on this visibility. Once you see this, it means there is more to the block. So click it once and select 90 degrees. The door will open 90 degrees. Now for the door opening, let's start with the main door, which is 1000. So click on this arrow, like same like as the window, point to this direction and select the last one, which is one for 1000. Click. Now select move, select this endpoint for the door frame, come down here and click on this midpoint, click, select the door, click on copy, select this midpoint and take it to this midpoint, click, press escape. All we have to do is just rotate this with 2 clicks, select rotate, select the object, press enter, pick this endpoint, which is the first click, and for the second click, point up by making sure your auto mode is turned on, point up and click. The door is too large for the opening, which is 1000. This door is 900. Click this arrow, bring it down to 900 and it fits. Now for the remaining these 2 doors, select the door, select copy, pick this endpoint of the wall, take it to this endpoint of the wall, press the escape key, select the door, bring it down to 750, press escape, select the door. We can flip it however we want. Click on this arrow to flip it inside. If it's flipping that way, that's not how I design it. Click this arrow to flip it this side, press the escape key, select copy, select the door, press enter, click on this endpoint, take it to this endpoint, press the escape key, double click on your wheel to zoom extend, zoom back a little to see everything. Now we are done with our windows and doors. Let's make and input our object. And to do that, make the object layer our current layer by coming to this drop down, select object, now select offset. Let's create our cabinet and our dressing wardrobe. Select offset, select layer, select current instead of source, select current and type 600 millimeters. Press enter. Zoom in, select this wall, point to this direction and click. Select this wall, point to this direction and click. Zoom back a little, come here, select this one, point to this direction and click. Select this one, point to this direction, click. Lastly, this one, point to this direction and click. Press the escape key. Now select offset again. This time select true. Select this line and offset it to this endpoint. Same thing, select this line and offset it to this endpoint. Press the escape key. Now to clean them up, select fillet. Make sure the radius is 0. Type 0. Press enter. Click on multiple. Select this line and this line. This one and this one. This one and this one, this one and this one. Press the escape key. Now select trim this line. We are done with the wardrobe. And for the base cabinet, hold down the shift key to extend and select this line and click once. Press the escape key. You can double click to see the whole drawing. Now for the rest of the object, which means we are taking the drawing from this to this. Let's go to DC and import our object. Not that DC, AutoCAD DC. Type DC on your keyboard, press enter. You will get this palette. Close it. Alternatively, come to the view tab on the palettes panel. There is DC, Design Center. Click it once. Click on this home icon to make sure we're all on the same page. Click on ENUS, Design Center, and we are going to use only 3 drawings: the home, the house, and the kitchen. Make sure you're on the home tab. Object is the current layer. You can pan a little to see the drawing. You can reduce the size of the palette. Click here to drag it. See your whole drawing. And now let's start with the home planner. Click it. Click on block. Let's start with the bed. In contrast to the tool palette, Design Center, you have to click and drag inside. So click and drag, drop the bed here. Next, this chair, click it, click and drag it in, place one here. Now the dining set, click, drag it in somewhere like here. This lamp, click once, drag it close to the bed. Now this 3-seater sofa, click once, drag it somewhere close like here. For the 2-seater sofa, click and drag it somewhere close like here. This table, click once, drag it in. That's it. We are done with this one. Can click on this up icon, click once, click again until you see this DWG files. We are done with home. Now for the house, double click, click on block. For the bathtub, click once, drag it in somewhere like here. Now for the basin, this one, you can see the preview. Click once and drag it in somewhere like here. For the toilet, this one, you can see the preview. Click, drag it somewhere like here. We are done with toilet. And lastly, for the kitchen, click the up arrow. Click it again. Click on the kitchen. You only need 3 things. One is the oven, which is this one. Click it once, drag it inside. And then the refrigerator, click once, drag it inside. And the double sink, click, drag it inside. And that's it. We are done with the design center. So come up here and click on close to close it. Now all we have left is a bunch of rotating and copying. Let's start with the kitchen. Zoom in to the oven place. Click once on the oven. Click on this grip. You can turn off auto mode momentarily. Copy it somewhere close until this isn't touching the line, and drop it there. Press the escape key, select trim it, trim that line, press the escape key. And now for the sink, click it once, click on this grip, click it somewhere like here in the middle of the window. Click and rotate, pick the midpoint, point downwards. You can turn on auto mode. Now point downward and click. Select the sink. You can take it back a little. Press the escape key. Lastly, for the fridge is facing the wrong way. Click it once. Click rotate. Click once. Point downward, and now it is facing the right way. Select the fridge. Click on this grip to move it. Move it back. If it is not placed Like this, you can turn up the author mode, move it freely wherever you want. So I'll drop it somewhere like here, erase this line, select trim, and trim this line. Press the escape key, and that's it. We are done with the kitchen. And now for the living room, select this sofa with auto mode turn off. Bring one here, press escape, rotate this 3-seater, select it, you can rotate, click once and rotate it this way to face this way. So turn on auto mode, point downwards, select the chair and move it close. Select this table, click on this arrow, can turn off auto mode and drop it somewhere like here. Now to copy this sofa here, select it, we can easily mirror it. Select it, click on this midpoint, point to this direction, make sure auto mode is turned on, point to this direction and click erase. No. If you click yes, this one will be gone. So erase. No. Now let's make the TV simple. Click on rectangle, click somewhere close like here, point to this direction and click. Now to make the TV itself, click on polyline, which is this one, click somewhere like here, point up, make sure auto mode is turned on, point up a little and just click, press enter, double click the line, select width, type 30, press enter, press escape to end. This will be the TV. That's it. We are done with the living room. For the dining, we have to rotate the dining table. Select the dining, select rotate, click once and just point up and click. Move it out of the way, select the dining, move it somewhere like here, press escape. This door, select it. If it's facing this way, flip the door to that side by clicking on this arrow like this, press escape. Now select this table and simply just copy it here and rotate it to serve as the kitchen island. Drop it somewhere relatively close, relatively middle of the kitchen. Press escape. We are done with this space. Now for the bed, select this, move it, turn off auto mode, move it somewhere in the middle, click on the lamp, bring the lamp somewhere like here. Now select rectangle. There won't be lamp without bed sides, so select rectangle, click once, come here. In AutoCAD you always type the horizontal then the vertical. Depths 450, press the tab key on your keyboard and type 450 again, and then press enter. Now select the newly created rectangle, click on move, come here and snap for like 3 seconds. Come here also and snap for like 3 seconds. Come to the middle exactly where they snap, click it and take it to this middle, to the center. Zoom back a little, select the lamp and the bedside table, select mirror, click on this midpoint, point downwards by making sure your auto is on, click erase. Now this one you can easily rotate it, select, rotate, click once, point up, move it back a little, select it, copy it up. And lastly for the toilet, we have to rotate them. Always start with the toilet, select the toilet, rotate, click once, point up and click, select the toilet, turn off auto mode, bring it somewhere close, press the escape key. The basin is facing the wrong way as well, select the basin, click once, point up, make sure auto mode is on, point up, click, select the basin. You can hold down the shift key on your keyboard to override the auto mode. I hold down the shift key, I will get this alien icon. I'll just click, select the bathtub, select rotate, click once, point up and click, select it again, drop it somewhere like here, press the escape key. Now select this one, select copy, hold on the shift key to override auto mode, drop one here, press the escape key. Now we have to rotate it, select rotate, select this toilet, press enter, click once, point to this direction and click, select the toilet and drop it somewhere like this. And for the front of the house, which is very simple, select the line, click on this endpoint, point downwards and type 1500 millimeters, press enter, come this way, come to this endpoint for 3 seconds, Go down until you see this intersection mark. Click, come up and click, press enter. Come somewhere like here, select rectangle, click once, come to this way and type 1000 for our step, 1500 millimeters. For the thread, press the tab key which is 300, press enter. Select copy, click on this one, press enter. Click on this midpoint, take one here, another one here, and then another one again on this midpoint, and then press enter. Select this one, right click and erase. Now select the rectangle, click once, point up. For the fins, type 150, press the tab key and type 600, press enter. Click on this one, select move, click on this midpoint, take it to this endpoint. Now select this rectangle, click on move it this way by 100, press enter. Select this one, copy it, select this endpoint, and then select this midpoint. That's it. To make them appear here, select this one and this one, select mirror, click on this midpoint, point down and click erase. Now select trim and trim these 4 lines like this. That's it. We are done with the entrance. Double click on the wheel of your mouse to zoom back, and now let's make our text. And to do that, all we have to do is just come to this annotation panel, click on this drop down. There we have our text style. Click it, click on new, give it a name, our text. Click on OK, click on the font name, type T. I will be using Times New Roman. Leave the height and everything like that, and then with our text selected, click on set current. Select yes and close. And now if you click the drop down, you can see our text is the current text style, so click away. Now to make our text, make sure we are on the text layer by coming to this drop down and select text. Click on this drop down, select single line, zoom to the bedroom, click once, give a text height of 250, press enter. For the rotation, type 0 and press enter, and then just type bedroom and then press enter again to end that. Now select the bedroom, select copy on the modify panel here, click somewhere close, turn off auto mode for this one, copy one here, one here, one here, don't copy this one here, one for the living room, for the dining, for the kitchen, and for the entrance. Press the escape key. Now all we have to do is just double click to edit them. Double click and just start typing. Type dress in here, click away and simply select this and type toilet. Click away, just select over them and rename them. And now when you are done, press the escape key, select this toilet, select copy, click once, close and copy it here. Press the escape key. Now we are done with our text. Let's do our dimension and then our hearts, and then we'll plot our drawing. Now for the dimension, click on the drop down, make sure we're on the dimension layer. Same thing, let's create our dimension style. Click the drop down, there is dimension style, click it, click on new and type the name of our dimension style which we will call dim. For dimension, let's just type dimension, click on continue. Let's start with the primary units. Click on the primary unit tab. If you're using inches, you'll see architectural here. For the precision, choose only 0. Now let's go to the text tab. For the text tab, select our text. Choose this one, our text. For the text color, everything, this one should be by layer. For the text height, type in 250. Make sure vertical is, this one is centered, this one too is centered, this one is like this. We are done with this tab. And then for the fit tab, everything like this, make sure this one is selected. For the symbols and arrows, select architectural tick, which is this one. For the arrow size, type 250 and leave everything like that. And then for the line, for the dimension line, this group, set it by layer. Everything should be by layer. Extend beyond thick, type 250 here. This one 250, this one as well 250, and then click on OK. Select, make sure the dimension is selected, set it as current, close, click the drop down. You can see dimension is our current style. To dimension freely, come to the annotate tab, click on this linear dimension, zoom in to the bedroom, click once here. It's just a point and then a direction or location for the dimension. Just click somewhere close. Once you are done with that, click on continue. Click on this one, and lastly this one. The dimension will continue, so press enter to end the command and press escape to exit the command. Now select linear again and do the overall length of the building. Click that endpoint and click on this endpoint, and then finally click here. For this one, which is the same thing, click on this linear, click here once, then here, then where to place the dimension. Click and click on continue. Click this inner one, pan a little, click this one, press enter, press escape, select linear, click on this endpoint, click on this endpoint, drag to the right, and then click. I will leave you do this one. This one is not that hard. Just do the overall one. Click once here, and do this one. Like this. Once we are done, double click on the wheel of your mouse, come back to home tab, let's hatch the walls, select the layer drop down, select hatch, click on this hatch icon or click on the drop down and make sure you select hatch, and then select solid, zoom in and select our walls, click inside our walls. Click inside all those. If you make a mistake of clicking somewhere close like here, you know you don't want that. So come down here and click on this undo and continue hatching. Hatch all the walls. Like this. Once you are done, click on the close here, close hatch creation, and that's it. Double click to zoom extend, and now let's plot our drawing. Before that, make sure to save our drawing. So come up here, click on the save icon and give it a name. Save it. Now come to layout 1 where we plot. Select this outer line, take it to dev point layer, click. For the scale, click on the scale and choose 1:100. You will get something like this. If the drawing isn't at the center, double click inside to see the icon and you can pan to where your drawing is. Now I can see it. Simply click outside, click on this plot, and you will get this layout 1 dialog box. So on the printer plotter, click on the drop down, select DWG to PDF. For the paper size, scroll around and choose ISO A4, select it, and then for the plot style, select AutoCAD, click on the preview. This is how it will look. Right click and exit the preview, click on OK. The name highlighted, click at the end and type, give a space and type colored, click on save. And the drawing will open in PDF. This is what you will get. But if you want it in black or grayscale, select plot again, select DWG to PDF, select A4. Here you can select monochrome, then click on OK. For the name, press space and give it black. Click on save, and you will get this. But there are just two things I don't like. First, we copied the windows, doors and objects. Second, building the walls from both sides isn't always accurate, but this is just the beginning. Next, we will draw more floor plans using different techniques and explore creating custom doors, windows, furniture and a lot more. If a method or technique doesn't exist, we will invent it.